we're going to start with the honoree from Aledo ISD. Please welcome Carolee Griffith. She teaches 6th grade at Aledo Middle School. According to her deputy superintendent, Mrs. Griffith has a remarkable ability to connect her students, create an inclusive environment where every child feels confident and valued. Beyond her work in the classroom, she is a dedicated mentor to new staff, sharing her expertise and enthusiasm to uplift those around her. From the Alvord ISD, Larry Hicks. His principal says Mr. Hicks has taught for Alvord ISD for the past 3 years, where he has jumped back into the classroom after being retired. While most educators are enjoying their retirement, he spends his time putting every ounce of time and energy he has into teaching algebra, calculus, and math models. The main area where you can see his skill and talent is in the 30 minutes each day he has, where he works to prepare those students who have not been successful on their math and algebra STAR tests to retest. From Azle ISD, Joanna Reasoner. Ms. Reasoner teaches 3rd grade at Eagle Heights Elementary. Her principal says Ms. Reasoner continually sets high expectations while providing a caring and supportive classroom environment where all students are encouraged to do their best every day. She consistently goes above and beyond to ensure the academic growth of all students, while also encouraging a love of learning and mentoring burgeoning teachers. The honoree from Azle Christian School, Jolynn Tucker. She teaches the 7th through the 12th grades as well as dual credit. According to head of school, she loves teaching young people not only math but Christian values. She's consistent with her enforcement of the rules, and she never compromises her expectation of excellence. She goes out of her way to help students when needed, which includes tutoring, and she takes on extra responsibility outside of the classroom. From Birdville ISD, Kallas. Karen has served as a career and technical education teacher for over 30 years, with 20 years in Birdville ISD, teaching education and training. The director of CTE states Mrs. Kallas has the best education and training program across the state, where students serve as teaching interns in classes throughout the district and work-based learning experiences. She also prepares her students for competition in the Texas Association of Future Educators and the national organization Educators Rising. From, let's see here, Bluffdale is not able to be here, but we do want to recognize Tammy Campbell from the Bluffdale ISD. I believe the teachers that can't be here, we still have some photos of them for you to see, and we'll be taking those to her. And I have an update. Thank you very much, Leslie. The honoree from Bowie ISD is Lori Cage. Her principal says she's an exemplary educator, teaching both physical education and health to students in pre-kindergarten through 2nd grade, ensuring that she interacts with every child on their campus every day. Her lesson presentations are meticulously planned and executed, resulting in meaningful learning experiences for all students. And she leads their annual American Heart Association Jump Rope for Heart fundraiser. The honoree for Boyd ISD is Wesley Morris. Mr. Morris teaches 9th grade at Boyd High School. His administration says he is quiet by nature, but his presence is always felt, as it leads by example and fosters a supportive, inclusive learning environment where students feel valued and encouraged to achieve their best. His ability to connect with students, coupled with his innovative teaching methods, inspires a love for learning and instills confidence in those that he teaches. From Bridgeport ISD, Tara Darst. Mrs. Darst teaches 6th through 8th grade at Bridgeport Middle School. The administration says Mrs. Darst's lessons are engaging, creative, and meaningful to students. She gives them roles in the class and ensures each student feels like they belong. Outside the classroom, she's a leader and instills those characteristics in student council students. The honoree from Brock ISD, Jennifer Shaw. She currently teaches life skills at Brock High School. Her principal says Mrs. Shaw has been instrumental in taking life skills students and giving them real-world life experiences. She's coordinated with the Tarrant Area Food Bank and provided opportunities for students to volunteer. Mrs. Shaw has also introduced life skills students into a theater class where they perform side by side with other theater arts students. The honoree from Bryson ISD is Jenny Bruce. Mrs. Bruce teaches 8th through 12th grade science. Her superintendent said Mrs. Bruce introduced a science fair for the first time in their school and organized a real-world career day by bringing back ex-students and community members to talk to students throughout the day. She helps run their library and spends countless hours helping others be successful. Our Burleson ISD honoree is not able to be here, but it's Corey Lee. He teaches 10th and 11th grades at Burleson High School. From the Castleberry ISD, Brandy Kaminsky. The District Director of Talent Acquisition says Ms. Kaminsky prioritizes building student and parent relationships to create a safe space in her classroom and develop the collaboration skills needed for continued success. She encourages students' curiosity with project-based, hands-on learning activities that engage critical thinking skills in their scientific exploration. Also from Castleberry ISD, Janine Henry. Ms. Henry teaches 8th grade at Irma Marsh Middle School. According to the District Director of Talent Acquisition, Mrs. Henry believes students learn best through doing. Throughout each unit, she thoughtfully plans lessons that allow students to work to figure out answers both individually as well as in groups. Her most recent point of pride is the work she has done over the past 2 years to help build the STEM Academy at the River District. The honoree from Chico ISD, Kyra Spann. Mrs. Spann teaches 2nd grade at Chico Elementary. Her principal said Mrs. Spann believes that teaching is a calling, not just a job. I'm hearing it's Kyra Spann. She comes to school every day overflowing with happiness, enthusiasm, and zeal, ready to support the vision and mission of their district and campus. Her gift from God is service to others. They say she is the campus go-to gal. The honoree from Cleburne is Eddie Pat Maharg. Mr. McHarg teaches 11th and 12th grade at Cleburne High School. His deputy superintendent said, as a golf coach, Mr. McHarg cultivates discipline, teamwork, and resilience in his players. His steadfast dedication as a senior class sponsor showcases his commitment to shaping future leaders and honoring the traditions of Cleburne High School. The honoree from Community Christian School is Susan Nicholson. Mrs. Nicholson teaches 6th through 12th grades. Her administration says Mrs. Nicholson was the first student at Mineral Wells Community Christian School in 1981. That's pretty cool. Which became Community Christian School in 1982. She has served on the board as an aide, as a teacher, and currently is the vice principal. Mrs. Nicholson is a beloved treasure who has a heart for junior high students. Her heart for excellence is seen in her students and their success. The honoree from Cornerstone Christian Academy is Sherry Swain. Her head of school says Mrs. Swain, also known as Swainy, has taught for 34 years in public and private schools. Dan said, congratulations, Swainy, that's good. Her students respect and love her as she provides a safe and positive learning environment and inspires a love for learning. Her creativity and enthusiasm draw students in as she challenges them with rigor and encouragement. I don't believe our honoree from Cross Timbers Academy is here. That is Emily Hubbard, and we wish her well. We will pass that along to her school. Congratulations. The honoree from Decatur ISD is Lacey Maddox. Mrs. Maddox teaches pre-K at Carson Elementary. According to her principal, at the heart of her success lies two beliefs: that all students deserve love and that high expectations result in high achievement. As the year progresses, the students in Mrs. Maddox's class increasingly demonstrate admirable traits like self-control, confidence, the ability to interact appropriately, and academic growth. By year's end, our students are fully prepared for the next grade, but most importantly, they feel a sense of family. From Garner ISD, Samantha Kasperat. She teaches 5th grade at Garner Elementary School, and her principal said Mrs. Kasperat's ability to inspire students at varying developmental stages is a testament to her remarkable teaching skills. As a reliable pillar within their district, she leads by example, inspiring not only her students, but also her colleagues as well. From Gordon ISD, Wendy Kreider. Mrs. Kreider teaches special education inclusion, 2nd grade to high school. Her principal said that Mrs. Kreider is in her 21st year with us and currently serves in our special education department. Her patience and dedication to the students she works with have not gone unnoticed. Her peers comment and compliment the impact she has on them and our students. The honoree from Griffith ISD is Haley Castillo. Ms. Castillo teaches 8th through 12th grades at Griffith Secondary School, whose superintendent said Ms. Castillo's classrooms are designed to foster an environment of creativity, collaboration, and risk-taking, encouraging students to explore new ideas and challenge themselves in the realm of technology. Now, through her leadership in robotics, unmanned aerial vehicle training, and web design, she cultivates a passion for technology and innovation. The honoree from Granbury ISD is Deidre Cheesy. Ms. Cheesy teaches 3 to 5 PE and advanced PE at the STEAM Academy in Mambrino. According to the administration, she plans engaging activities that allow the students to not only learn the TEKS, but also find things they might not have known before that they can do. She thinks outside the box and brings new and innovative ideas to the campus to reach all kinds of students. And by the way, she was an alumnus of Weatherford College. Love that. The honoree from Huckabee ISD is Sandra McCarty. Sandria McCarty. There you go. Mrs. McCarty teaches 7th grade. Her principal says Mrs. McCarty's love for teaching shines through her engaging lessons, creative approaches, and unwavering support for her students' growth. Her dedication, compassion, and ability to spark a love for learning make her a role model, not only for her students, but for her colleagues as well. The honoree from Jacksboro ISD is Christy Rader. Ms. Rader teaches 9th grade at Jacksboro High School. According to her principal, Ms. Rader is tough on her students and has high expectations. She's adamant about introducing her students to traditional literature and breaking each novel down. When walking through her classroom, I enjoy listening to her read to the students and hearing the students discussing their interpretation of what is taking place in the story and another Weatherford College alumna. The honoree from Joshua ISD is Mrs. Shauna Goodwin. Mrs. Goodwin is a master reading teacher at Staples Elementary. Her principal says that she pours her heart and soul into developing strong readers and writers among their students. Her collaboration with various teachers and teams to prepare individualized support and brainstorm the next steps for students is invaluable. I don't believe our honoree from Keller is here, but it's Heather Wilson. She teaches at Fossil Hill Middle School. Best of luck to her. We'll get that trophy to the district. The honoree from Lipan ISD is Tracy Harrison. Mrs. Harrison teaches 9th, 10th, and 11th grades at Lipan High School. Her principal says that she works tirelessly to ensure her students excel. She gives up her lunch each day to tutor students who are having difficulty in English and difficulty in life. She loves her students, and her students love and respect her. Our next honoree from Millsap is another Weatherford College alumna, Ashley Burns. Ms. Burns teaches 11th and 12th grades at Millsap High School. Her principal said she creates a classroom based on the fact that more learning takes place when kids feel love, acceptance, and security. In her words, when you provide a comfortable and engaging environment for your students, you'd be amazed at what kind of learning can and will take place. Also a Weatherford College alumna from Merrill Wells ISD, Danielle Lutke. Ms. Lutke teaches 2nd and 3rd grade at Houston Elementary. Her superintendent said, "I have never met a teacher who does more to meet the needs of all students, and not just the students she directly works with. She constantly generates ideas to motivate students to do and to be their best." Our honoree from Munster is not able to be here today. It's Molly Sicking. She teaches at Munster High School. The honoree from Palapino ISD, Jennifer Neerman. Mrs. Neerman teaches special education at Palapino Elementary. Her principal says she's a master of adaptability, able to pivot and adjust teaching methods, materials, and strategies in response to the ever-changing needs of her students. She embraces the challenge of finding innovative ways to engage her students, whether through hands-on learning or creative problem solving. From Paradise ISD, Jennifer Featherston. Ms. Featherston teaches kindergarten at Paradise Elementary. Her superintendent or assistant superintendent said that Mrs. Featherston is full of energy and positivity. Her attitude is contagious to her students and the campus. She sets high expectations for her students and teammates, and then assists them to make sure the expectations are met. From Peaster ISD, Candace Handy. Her principal said Mrs. Handy is our NJHS sponsor while teaching both 8th grade science and 7th grade honors math. She's led her NJHS students in performing community service and in continuing their academic excellence. Her greatness lies in her ability to reach students without sacrificing the expectations that she has set for them. From Perrin Witt CISD, Diana Gilmore. Mrs. Gilmore serves as the secondary counselor, 504 director, theater teacher, and one-act play director for Perrin Witt CISD. It's a long business card. According to her principal, Mrs. Gilmore teaches both middle school and high school theater and is the one-act play director for both of those. She coaches UIL speaking events, and she's had multiple regional and state qualifiers over the years on the high school level. Our Poolville ISD representative was not able to be here today, but she is Wendy Cox. She teaches elementary special education at Poolville Elementary School. From Santo ISD, another Weatherford College alumna, Ashley Kidweiler. Mrs. Kidweiler teaches PK to 4th grade special education at Santo Elementary. Her teacher, or rather her principal, states, Mrs. Kidweiler consistently creates a welcoming, nurturing environment where students feel safe, valued, and empowered to take risks in their learning. Her ability to differentiate instruction ensures that all students, regardless of their unique needs, have the tools and strategies necessary to succeed. Another Weatherford College alumna from the Slidell ISD, Janet Fernandez. Mrs. Fernandez is the ESL coordinator for the district. Her principal said if your child has been fortunate enough to have Mrs. Fernandez as their teacher, rest assured they've experienced a raw, authentic love you wouldn't typically expect from another human. She encourages students while helping them discover what they believe in and what they are capable of. A Weatherford College alumna from Springtown ISD, Ross Beatty. Mr. Beatty teaches 10th, 11th, and 12th grade at Springtown High School. His principal said Mr. Beatty's a gifted physics teacher. He creates engaging and challenging lessons that not only deepen his students' understanding of complex concepts, but also keeps them actively involved in the learning process. His dedication to student success is evident in his remarkable achievement of having the highest passing rate on the AP exams for the district last year. The honoree from Stephenville ISD is Kelly Aiken. Mrs. Aiken teaches 4th grade at Hook Elementary. Her principal says she exemplifies the qualities that this award celebrates: excellence in education, dedication to students, and a commitment to the school community. She has an exceptional ability to build strong relationships with her students. She offers thoughtful guidance and supports to her colleagues, ensuring the success of their team and the implementation of school-wide initiatives. The honoree from Strawn ISD is Paula Milner. Mrs. Milner teaches kindergarten. God bless you, Mrs. Milner. Her superintendent says Mrs. Milner demonstrates a profound commitment to her students' educational and personal development. Her innovative teaching methods and nurturing classroom environment foster a love of learning and critical thinking skills. From Toller ISD, Brenda Walker. Mrs. Walker teaches at Toller Junior High. Her principal said that through Mrs. Walker's creative approach to bringing books to life, she's made reading an unforgettable adventure for her students. Her dependability, loyalty, and deep love for children have set a remarkable standard in our district. The honoree for Trinity Christian Academy is Candace Blanton. Her principal says, in addition to teaching engaging music lessons from pre-K through 5th grade students, Mrs. Blanton leads their elementary chapel program as well. She coordinates speakers and leads worship. Each year, she spends countless hours putting on an elementary Christmas production and instills a love of music and theater into their elementary students. A Weatherford College alumna from Victory Christian Academy, Stacy Morales. Ms. Morales teaches pre-K to 12th grade, all grades. Her principal states Ms. Morales is exemplary because she teaches her students with a great understanding and conviction and preparing them not only for the next grade academically, but more importantly for God's purpose in their lives. She also generously gives her time before and after school to her students and athletes to prepare them for the next grade and season and beyond. A Weatherford College alumna from Weatherford ISD, Tanya Martin. Mrs. Martin teaches 1st grade at Curtis Elementary. Administration said Mrs. Martin desires to build a classroom that fosters a love for learning by setting high expectations, creating a family culture, and providing authentic learning experiences for students. She serves on the campus leadership team, the district mentor team, and serves on committees to promote positive school culture. The honoree for Weatherford Christian School is Cheryl Rogers. Mrs. Rogers teaches 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. Her head of school said that she is an extraordinary instructor who has a passion for teaching and sharing her faith with all of her students. Each of her students feels successful, loved, and appreciated by Mrs. Rogers. The honoree for Weatherford College is Crystal Brenner. Her director says Mrs. Brenner has been instrumental in advancing our program's pedagogy to include various forms of technology like simulation education, clicker technology, online and synchronous education. She's also the first to volunteer for community service and leads the Student Respiratory Care Club in many opportunities like volunteering at Safe Halloween, the Coyote Chase Race, and other events. She holds the title of Secretary of the Texas Society for Respiratory Care and currently serves as the Weatherford College Faculty Senate President. And finally, the honoree for White Horse Academy is Steve Keith. Mr. Keith teaches kindergarten to 9th grade. His administration said that Mr. Keith is the first person students see in the morning each day, opens their car door, greets the students and parents, and makes sure they get out safely. During the day, he teaches PE classes. He always pushes their students to do their best and makes each day a bit more for their students. Where Mr. Keith shines is his relationships with his students, and one of the great shirts I've ever seen at the Jack Harvey Academy. One more time, the 2025 Jack Harvey Academy Exemplary Teacher